for two people to get together is easy. For a larger group of people to get together, they have to find a common ground. And that common ground in this music is created by this thing called the one. The one is, well, like in a regular 4/4 time, which is what most funk music is. It's just
hold on.
2, 3.
Yeah, and in most Western music, there's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. The accent happens on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2.
And when you switch it up, changes it.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You put it off as long as you can so that there's still a sense of anticipation coming into it, and that sense of anticipation, and then release, and then the constant recreation of this tension and then release creates a common feeling throughout the audience. And if the band is good, then the one is good, and if the one is good, the night is great.
Must be sent down from the skies above. I can't stop smiling. You give me lessons in the power of love. I can't stop smiling. When we step into the edge of love, stop the system till I scream for more. Every way.
had the idea right from the start that there was characters and all of it. Most of the people in the band come from an acting background, come from a theater background, come from a film background, and so there was always an idea of, if we're going to be up there better be something good to watch, good to look at. There better be something more happening than just people playing instruments. There better be a story. There better be a theatricality, and we take that inspiration from. I mean, every when you think of it, there's nobody being themselves when they're on stage, really. I mean, it's to a certain degree. There's always a larger than life persona. And when you talk about Prince, David Bowie, and even James Brown himself, there's Axl Rose. There's always a kind of like an image or a kind of a character that they create that you kind of get to believe in.
haven't seen a show like that in a while. That was amazing. Yeah.
I still want to fucking go.
That was so tight, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't even dancing, I was just watching, like.
Yeah. It was fucking. And you made a roll with the crowd, dude.
It's fucking, it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. It's like you're rehearsing, then people actually show up. Like about 10 o'clock, you go, what if no one comes?
Yeah.
What if we rehearsed for like
Yeah.
the last 8 fucking weeks, every single day, you know, like
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
3 times a week, and but then people come and they fucking dance. I don't know.
Blew everyone's minds.
That was
You definitely did blow everyone's minds. That was fucking.
Anytime people go out, there's an idea of, you know what? Do I want to get involved in this event that I'm at, whether it's the theater or whether it's dance, and when it's a band especially, there's so much stuff where you're just looking at people who are gazing at their shoes and they're singing about bullshit and their, I don't know, problems or
Sadness,
gimmick.
like things aren't going well, or like, I still live with my mom.
Yeah, and there's a place for that kind of stuff. But we thought, well, if we're going to provide a place where we want people to come see our music, we want to do what we love, which is the idea of when you go to that place and you're in that bar and you go, mother, I have a coat on right now, I got to get rid of my coat, I got to put down my hat, I got to find a place to stash my stuff because I want to get sweaty and I want to get into what's happening out there and be involved in that, what that band is doing. And that's the kind of band we want it to be. We want it to be something that grabbed people and brought them over to the other side. And,
like 2 or 3 weeks ago that it wasn't going to happen and we weren't going to make the deadlines, so we got some spin on it, well, it wasn't spin, it was just like the CD was not destined to be released on this date, it was destined for another time, so it will be released at the right time, it's just that it wasn't what we thought it was originally.
Sometimes it's tough to make sure that things happen all on time because everyone has priorities and commitments and things that they've got to do to earn their living and their life. So we just did a sound check. That went as smooth as it's ever gone for us. It's just simple. We know what we're doing now. We don't run as tense about not knowing how the whole night will go. Yeah, I like the smell of this place. It smells like sweat and beer. Many women dancing and sweating on this dance floor. It's good. It's a good vibe, this place. Earthy. Funky, as they'd say, actually, in what the original definition of the word meant. It has a stank. Let's have a beer.
Want us to be the nice guy, keeps it all together.
Yeah, Jason's actually more of the Paul.
Paul?
Yeah, you're the Paul.
I want to be the Keith Richards.
No, I'm John Lennon.
George Harrison is pretty clear that it's Brandon.
Yeah, it's true. And we have a tradition when we play the horseshoe, we kind of head down to tortilla flats and fill ourselves with bad refried beans and rice and beer and Canada's on. Is it?
You want me to say out of my round? Am I just making shit up?
I think you should say.
If you let me free
I think you should say
rein,
the man with the master plan. He wants to put his rhythm underneath you and stretch you out from the bottom up.
rewind.
He wants to put his rhythm underneath you and stretch you from the bottom up.
Wow, I can almost feel like, okay, he wants to put the rhythm underneath you from the bottom up,
Yeah.
stretch you out.
Yeah.
So I need
Something like
you to
that.
stop and
Yeah.
listen to what any of us are saying.
I think you can probably, if you get away with saying it, I trust that you'll say something. I would just
I remember the first time we saw him, we went out, three of our, Jeff, the singers of our band, and we were dancing and singing the first time we saw him, and it's just, like, how many bands do you just dance and sing the first time you see it? So, we played the Horseshoe on the 18th, back in July. The Horseshoe's like, you better bring out a big crowd. I'm like, alright, well, if we do bring out a big crowd, we want to open for the ElastoCitizens on October 6th for the CD release party. And we did. We were lucky, we brought out a lot of people on a Wednesday night. So we got our dream gig, and I told this guy, and pretty sure he shot himself.
There's not too many places you can go and just let her all out and have a big party. It's
Party, you said it right there.
yeah, it's just a
It's
big
a
party.
huge party.
It's a great big party.
Everyone just has so much fun at their shows. To actually get to play and then get off stage and then party to their show is a 10.
Then four, this is after the 3 rounds.
Yeah. We'll see you over there. We're on our way. Just got the film. We're on our way over. Yeah. We'll be out there dancing.
Have fun, guys.
This will be at the bar. We very much took inspiration from James Brown, in the sense of like, okay, we're gonna create a sense of anticipation about this character coming out, Grand Groove, and we're gonna create a sense of people talk about him. It's like Shakespeare, you know. The more people talk about a character, the more people want to know who that character is. So the idea behind the beginning of the show, it's gonna right now, was to write in a sense of, I don't know who that guy is, but you know what? It's gonna be crazy when he gets here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the legendary horseshoe talent. We are the ElastoCitizens. Are you ready to kick some ass? Come on, let's do it. I'm gonna bring out a guy for you. You all know his name's the Grand Groove. He's gonna get your asses moving. And I got one thing to say, and it goes like this. Are you ready? Damn, round to my groove. To show you how to move. I said, round to my groove. To show you how to move. Round to my groove. To show you how to move. I said, round to my groove. To show you how to move. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you. Are you ready? Round to my groove. Hello, good people on the Saturday night. I got a question for you, or maybe a challenge. My question is, do you want to dance with me? Well, that's alright, because we're here to set your better selves free. Talk about it. I'll tell you, you arrived at a place where the funk is so pure. Well, the rhythm arrives, and you'll know for sure. You get a vibe in your stride and a dip in your head.
Monica Drotter and I have been to every single funk show in this city together that we have possibly had the opportunity to go to.
And we need to go back. When you talk about Monica and you talk about Trish and us two, when you talk about the origins of the band, that is, I mean, that's
Yeah.
16 years old. We were doing community theater together growing up in Sault Ste. Marie. Our friend Frank made Jason and I, we were in Modern Western Civilization class. We had a gym teacher was teaching this class. It was a really incredible class, but he was a terrible teacher. So all we would do, he'd just break us up in groups and we'd sit there. And Frank was a drummer, this kind of guy who, if he hadn't found drumming, he probably would have gone crazy because he just has so much energy. And he would
Think
draw
of
these.
Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, only with sticks in his hands.
Yeah.
And he'd bash himself in the head every once in a while.
And he discovered funk music through, I don't know where, but I don't know how we even got the idea, but he called himself Popa Funk. He was very, these words came to this guy like a torrent of fucking waterfall. And then he would draw things and he made just mixed tapes. And so Jason and I had these mixed tapes that with John James and Red Hot Chili Peppers and
It's the first time I ever heard Parliament Funkadelic.
yeah, James Brown, and we had never heard music like this in our lives.
Bootsy Collins.
we were rehearsing for shows, and I think it was Sweeney Todd we were rehearsing for at the time. I think because Frank was playing drums and Jason was playing bass in the show, and I was on stage, and Monica was on stage, and all these people.
Trish was on stage,
and we would pack ourselves into Jason's mom's car. He'd have like one of the only cars, and we'd get in the car and we'd have 10 people in the car and we'd drive around Sault Ste. Marie listening to this music and just going crazy. We loved it. And at certain point, Jason would always be the guy. He'd pull off into somewhere, a parking lot in a park, and we would jump out and the doors would fly open and we would dance.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't start off the groove right away. The groove starts for a couple bars before.
I don't think so. No, it
Straight into it? Okay.
It was down down down.
Sorry. Okay.
And then let's just talk through it. There's that. Hold on. I get this, and then that we gotta set a predetermined whatever that is. Does that? I don't know if we bring the band in or if we go. I think we probably go do twice a round of that. He does one naked, then the whole band comes in, and then Jason's talking. Ladies and gentlemen, ElastoCitizens change the world one look at a time. Down, and then that's the next stage is trying to figure out the line that goes under. I feel something coming. There's been a lot of tough times in the past few weeks about people having problems or having difficulties, and I sort of think that comes with the territory of being part of such a huge family and trying to make decisions, and people are going to feel left out. But in the end, I feel incredibly proud that we've been able to actually capture the essence of the band in this. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if people come. We'll see if we get a crowd. See, it's a Thursday. It's the first time we've done that in a long time. Getting this place was a scramble because at the last minute we knew that we weren't going to have the CD in time for the last show at the Horseshoe, and so this was basically a quick fix.
I get it.
We're launching our first CD tonight. The thing that everyone's holding in their hands so preciously didn't exist yesterday. And that in and of itself is very exciting. It's exciting for the band, it's exciting for the next year, it's exciting for the next album. I love ElastoCitizens.
This is the second try at the ElastoCitizens CD release party. This time, the most important thing is we have CDs. There's the songs. We kind of made this on half credit cards and half support from people who actually come to see our shows. So incredibly, we were able to make this CD, and through a lot of favors and through a lot of help and through a lot of sort of just people believing in us enough to want to contribute, from the artwork to the producing to the whole thing. So,
is this our CD?
that's the CD. That's it.
Can I look at it?
That's yours.
It looks packaged.
That's yours.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, these are
Open
crazy.
band. I just got here.
Yeah.
They blow it up and they buy it.
I personally prefer the live experience because I get to enjoy these beautiful people in the live experience. Oh, what about you, Hippopotafunk?
I enjoy being in a recording studio. It's fun, but I prefer the live show.
Because it's alive.
Because it's alive, and I'm alive.
That's great.
Not just a voice.
And they,
Monica makes everything happen with the girls. She organizes the harmonies. She is a choreographer.
Develops the costumes.
Designs the costumes.
Well, yeah. At first it was just like try this on. Now it's like we have like this much fabric. Everyone do with it what you will.
Yeah, she sewed all those costumes.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the last show, she sewed the costumes.
And yeah, like
the sexuality
they never not look great.
The sexuality of the show, like the sexuality of our show, is very celebratory of the female and the male
coming together,
everything in between. And Monica, in a way, she really embodies that because she's got this character that is kind of like it seems like Hippopotafunk would just sort of be up for anything. She's like, what? Yeah, sure, I'll try that. Mm-hmm. And it's also a very womanly sexuality, but it's also just very like, yeah, life is good, and I'm young, and I'm beautiful, and why not celebrate that?
Sometimes in rehearsal we'll just jam on it and see what sticks. Yeah. And also it has to be able to be done in a small space and still interesting. So, yeah.
And simple for me.
simple enough for the whole crowd to be able to do, because the choreography is more like choreography for the audience to be able to, easy enough for them to catch on.
If they want to
still,
like join it.
Yeah. I mean,
are you active?
I probably have to come to more than one show to be able to learn all the choreography, but that's the idea behind it, is that the whole crowd can be doing it.
Like your moves specifically.
It's pretty inspired, I think. I think she's got some amazing moves. That she brought us in to prepare for a show.
Just open
it up.
This is old.
Do you have?
Nothing. Me.
Can I have a sip?
Sure, yeah.
Hey!
More than blood, he is related to us. So let's give him a big round of applause. It's our last song of the night. This is our last song of this year. So I want to see you dance, alright? This is it for Toronto for this year. So, enjoy the CD. We want to hear what you think of it. Facebook, MySpace, what the fuck else? ElastoCitizens.com. We want to hear what you think. So tell us what you know. We depend on you. So let us know. This song is called FUN. That's all we're about.
Like Funkadelic and ElastoCitizens promised and delivered, signed, sealed, delivered at the Reverb.
I'm a hardcore kid, but your band like kicks ass, kicks my ass. Great.